Hey everyone, it's Tango Oscar Mike. I want to do a little review here. I've mentioned it, and I think I should do a little review on it. I did some Instagram posts on this. This is the Advent calendar my wife got me. It is the Bourbon and American Whiskey Advent calendar. Advent calendars are celebrations of the anticipation of Christ's risings. So it's 24 days. Each day in this calendar has a little 30 milliliter bottle. The first one, day one, was Elijah Craig. So it's pretty decent. And just to show you, actually, I think this is that's just a part of the extra box there. But this is the calendar, and the bottles are arranged in different areas. They're wax sealed. But basically, that was the calendar. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get all the bottles out and line them up and talk about each one, or at least kind of give you my impressions of the Bourbon Whiskey Advent Calendar. These are the bottles that were in the Advent calendar. Elijah Craig was pretty good. Bulleit Frontier Whiskey 10-year. I'm a big fan of Bulleit, their regular whiskey. The 10-year was, it was okay. It wasn't anything great. I was a little disappointed. This one, Whistle Pig 6-year Piggyback Rye Whiskey was the biggest surprise to me. I'm not a big rye whiskey person. In fact, I don't buy any rye whiskeys. My wife knows I don't care for rye whiskeys. This was actually pretty good. That was kind of shocking. That would be one that I actually might consider purchasing. Old Scout American Whiskey Smooth Ambler was okay. Gentleman Jack, that's common. Few Spirits Rye. This rye was okay, wasn't great. Michener's. These two, this one was the worst one. I believe this is the one that tasted like Vicks Vapo Rub smells. This one with the Cherrywood Rye, definitely didn't like that one either. Burnt Ends was okay. Pure Kentucky XO. Some of these, I think they're very small brands. They're all labeled Drinks by the Dream. And that one was eh. Four Roses, single barrel, 100 proof. Four Roses is always good in my book. Let me move these out of the way. Okay. Again, another Four Roses, which is good. Chuckyo Cornmeal Rickhouse, and a Decade 10-year-old wasn't bad. Michener's, again, it's one I don't care for. Few Spirits, didn't care for as well. This Daddy Rack Small Tennessee whiskey wasn't bad. The Knob Creek 5-year was actually pretty good. Maker's 46, you'll see a bottle of that maybe in the background sitting on the bar. James Creek Cattle Ranch Whiskey 4-year was okay. Sonoma Distillery, Sonoma County, California. Stick to wine. Sorry. Uncle Nearest, this 1856 wasn't bad. Legent was okay, nothing special. Jack Daniel's Single Barrel. This Jack Daniel's really wasn't much different than, it was a little better than regular Jack Daniel's. And the last one was this Smooth Ambler Contradiction Bourbon, which was okay. My favorite out of all of these might have been the Knob Creek 9-year-old. That was the biggest, probably the favorite one out of here, the smoothest going down. Whistle Pig, to me, again, the 6-year-old Piggyback Rye Whiskey was the biggest shock because I actually enjoyed that one. But all in all, The kit was well put together. Like I said, there were some in here that just were not very good at all that I really didn't care for. And the one I actually did dump out. I actually couldn't drink it. It was that bad. But other than that, the rest of them were actually enjoyable, and it's kind of nice every day to get a little sample. Now, this is a 30 milliliter bottle, which I think is what, an ounce a shot. So I had one of these every night with dinner while we were eating or something like that. Just had a little sip. So it's not like I was getting drunk off this stuff, but it was good to taste all the different whiskeys. And if you look at my bar, there are a bunch of different whiskeys. I don't like to get a bottle of whiskey and just drink that one bottle and then move on to the next. I like to try a bunch of different whiskeys, and even of my favorites, I like to mix it up and have a different one all the time. Have one night and have a different one the other night. It's just the way I am. But it was enjoyable, and it was a nice little advent calendar. And I may ask for it again next year for Christmas because it was kind of neat. My wife got a beer one, which she thoroughly enjoyed as well, from Brewdog Brewery. So there you have it, the Bourbon and American Whiskey Advent Calendar. I give it a thumbs up. It was actually really interesting, and I enjoyed trying all the different bourbons that were in here. Found a couple that I actually really enjoyed, and a couple that I didn't like, but that's the way it is with bourbon. And everybody's tastes are different. The ones I don't like, somebody else may really like. And the ones I like, other people may hate. But with bourbon, there's a saying, drink what you like, and don't worry about what anybody else says, and that's what I do. On my bar, some of my favorites, Bird Dog 10 year, good luck finding that. I bought the last of it and have a little stash. It's really good. Bullet Bird Dog 7 year was okay, but not as good as a 10 year. Woodford Double Oaked used to be my favorite. But I think my tastes have changed a little bit, and it's not quite my favorite anymore. It's still good. Buffalo Trace back here, Maker's 46, Four Roses small batch, and this one is also really good. This is Russell's Select 10 year. It's an excellent bourbon as well. I got the Russells, the Maker's 46, and the Four Roses for Christmas. Bullet, as you can see, the big bottle of Bullet there is my go-to kind of like inexpensive go-to bourbon, but lots of good stuff. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video on this bourbon calendar. This is Tango Oscar Mike 73. Take care.
Tango Oscar Mike